Hi everyone, welcome to today's pick a card reading. We're going to do this message is meant to find you. There's no set theme. Each pile has its own unique message I can feel coming through. So whichever one you pick is definitely meant for you and is imperative that you hear. I am so excited and so thankful for everyone who has subscribed, who found my channel. More messages are coming for sure. If you want to follow me on TikTok, it is Messages from the Divine. I post tons of readings on there every single day. And if you'd like a personal reading with me, go ahead and look below. There's going to be information on how to do so in the description. Without further ado, here are the piles. So here we have pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. Pile 1 is a Carnelian sphere, pile 2 is Labradorite, and pile 3 is the Rose Angel Aura Quartz. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous crystals. Go ahead and close your eyes, tune in, meditate, ask to be shown which one has the best message for you that'll serve you on your path. And whatever you open your eyes on, that will be the pile for you. And you're not limited to just one. You can pick more than one if you'd like. Whatever you feel called to do today, we honor it over here. All right, without further ado, let's get on into the reading. Hello, pile 1. Welcome to your reading. We're gonna go ahead and see what message spirit, your spirit guides, the starseeds, the star beings have for you if you're a starseed. We're gonna go ahead and see what the message is for you for your highest and best today. If you chose a Carnelian sphere, a lot of call to remember who you are. That's what I'm getting. Remember who you are. Remember the power that comes within. The surge of energy can be accessed easily, especially from your communication and your connection to source, whatever source is to you. Using your, I hear you can ask for help. You can ask for assistance. And if you have asked for assistance, there's a new way that you're meant to learn how to ask for assistance and believe. It's like, take on a childlike energy, a childlike presence, and believing in magic, believing in miracles, not allowing. I can see like if you're younger and you believed in Santa and then you had this belief just shaken from you, it's like, it's hard because the actual figure of Santa may not have been real as we know it in society. However, the magic that came with Santa was real. So it's like learning that that part wasn't real led to you not believing in the magic at all, even though the magic still exists. So it's remembering that the magic exists and miracles do occur and they occur for you specifically. Something about that. All right, Saint Joan of Arc. I love Joan of Arc. I'm grounded and focused. I have plenty of energy and time to accomplish what I need and what I want to get done. I'm confident in my abilities. My strength shines through in all I do. I stand in my truth and maintain my ground. Tiger Iron. Are you drawn to standing up for yourself or your own personal truth? Are you a champion for yourself and others? Follow the guidance in your dreams, visions, and messages, especially from the archangels, especially Archangel Michael. Got the chills. Definitely very, very, very connected to Archangel Michael, this pile. If you don't know, now you know. Archangel Michael is 1,000,000% with you. Position yourself to do what needs to be done in order to set boundaries and create well-being for yourself and others. I feel like you remembering the magic or how you operate or how you ask for assistance or do something is going to be inspirational for other people, even people in the grocery store you come across. It's like, oh, you can have this. Or like if you hear a conversation, overhear a conversation, you can, oh, crow just came up. You can provide wisdom, clarity, guidance, whatever. Mother Mary, Jesus, Mary Magdalene, Sanat Kumara. Okay, not the Holy Trinity. I'm just kidding. Mother Mary, I'm an instrument of peace and love. I honor the presence of the Great Mother. I invoke guidance for everyone, including myself, to embrace peace. I open my ears to hear guidance from the Divine Feminine. My heart is open to divine love. It's interesting. I feel like you are balancing or creating perfect harmony in yourself with the masculine and the feminine, giving and receiving. Again, miracles happening, allowing miracles to come in, asking, praying, asking for help, and then also being on the receiving end of the help. There's another level that you're mastering. It's like it's kind of like if you grow your income to double what you're used to and then you get comfortable there. If you're not continuing to evolve or grow it more or double that, if you get too comfortable, it's like, okay, it feels like you want to teach yourself a lesson starting at ground zero, but you don't have to start at ground zero. It's like, do not get comfortable at your next level up. Continue to level up. You're meant to in this life. You're meant to move through things very quickly, especially having Mother Mary, Jesus, and Mary Magdalene. I feel like you have this deep message to share that pertains to lessons, dark, hard lessons that are difficult to navigate or break through from. You break out of them. Jesus, I feel and know the presence of the divine around me and within me. I attract good friends and acquaintances into my life. The people I spend time with are people of integrity. I am divinely connected to all life. Purple dyed agate, is your intuition particularly heightened at this time? Are you receiving messages from the divine? Again, I feel like you're receiving messages from the divine. Mary Magdalene, I integrate spirituality into my everyday life. I have a connection with the divine. There we go again. I allow my body, mind, and spirit the time and space to heal following loss. I bless those who have completed their time here and are now on a new journey. I also feel like not blaming the universe or source for not being there when you needed it. It was like taking more responsibility. That's what I'm getting. Taking more responsibility. And also sometimes knowing that I'm hearing victim of circumstance. So, but it's like circumstances that you put yourself in. With that, do not feel guilt or blame, or do not transform being mad at the universe to being mad at yourself. This is teaching you so much more than you even know at this time, and that you can even see. It's part of the purpose. It's actually going to propel you to quadruple income. Like, this is about income. I definitely feel like quadruple. I see like 4 times, 4x, and then continuing from there. This is like pushing you to reach higher than you reached before, because I do feel like you got too comfortable in one place that you were in or didn't feel worthy of it. So now it's like a knowing you are worthy, wanting more. It's okay to want more if you're doing what you're called to do. It's when you're not doing what you're called to do that you won't want to have all the good things anymore, because you're not living up to your end of the bargain. Sanat Kumara, Opal, I am an intelligent being. Yes, you are. I am smart enough to be aware that new information is always available for discovery. Deep wisdom is innate within me. My entourage of angels orchestrates my life. Angels now. I am receptive and have the gift of insight. Angels, Mother Mary, Jesus, Mary Magdalene. You could have You could have grown up in a very religious household, or one that had strong belief, strong ideals. I think it was imperative that you went on your own path throughout. I can see like 14, 15, 16 things happened to where you had to go through your own lessons, and then from there formed your own belief system. Love and accept yourself. Thank you, angels, for lovingly guiding me to self-acceptance. I feel like, again, this is just going back to accepting what you cannot change and knowing that this is happening for you, not to you. It's like, I've heard that before, I get it, but there's something deeper there that you're going to unlock. I'm telling you, when I see like a bungee, it's like a catapult not a bungee jump, like a trampoline, but like going all the way up. This is something that's like kicking you off to the next level. It's like in Mario Kart when you're like moving from level to level, it like woo, and then kicks you off to the whole next world. You're going into a new world right now. Focus your mind. Thank you, angels, for helping me to focus on my priorities. There's a lot about word. You receive through word. You know, other people are able to manifest or conjure through feeling, thought, emotion. Like there's ways to heighten your manifestation power. For you, it's word, specifically written word. Thoughts. Your thoughts are much more powerful than you realize. And so that could be used for your benefit as well. Literally, when you look around you and let's say you wish to be in a new house, literally see the new house. You're not even in the place that you're currently. You have to literally project a new reality. When you're getting in a car, it's your new car. And I feel like you've already done this and you've already mastered this. It's like, remember how you got to where you are. I'm hearing, remember how you got to where you are. The miracle of prayer. Archangel Sandalphon. Thank you, Sandalphon, for delivering my prayers to heaven. I also feel like you have a gift in creativity, in creation, in inspiration, inspiring others. It's okay to inspire others from just being who you are. It's okay to be beautiful. It's okay to express yourself. It's okay to shine. People love, adore, and accept that. Focus on that. Because if this world's going to continue for beyond this lifetime, every new generation needs someone to look up to, and I feel like you're going to be someone that people look up to. and are inspired by. Someone who owned who they were, has that Carnelian energy, even Archangel Ariel. Just very strong, very assertive, very empowered. Archangel Jophiel too, literally like Gaia, like the Empress, all the queens in tarot. The Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Cups, in the Emperor. Like, you are the epitome of what is. When you are allowing yourself to be in your most high, to honor who you really are, to be a magnet for the change. Take time to breathe. Thank you, angels. I breathe with ease, knowing you're here. Relaxation, like relax, I'm hearing. Relax. It's when you're not relaxing that it's like when you're forgetting who you are, that's when chaos ensues. Trust your vibes. Again, I feel like trust in the change that you feel is coming. Trust in what you know is meant for you. Trust that things are changing. It is. Your external reality is matching your internal. I feel like 3 months. It took 3 months to get there. It's been 3 months since you've been really trying to like usher in this new way of being. And I feel like it's been a cultivation in the past 3 months where it's like you had that initial desire and it was like very like full speed ahead, fully revved. Your thoughts were high. You were meditating every day, even more than before. It was like a consistency in the routine. It was continuing to usher, so that energy didn't burn out or die out. It continued, it could sustain itself. You're meant to sustain that energy because that's how you're going to quadruple and then quadruple again and then quadruple. You know what I mean? Like, it's a sustainable energy, making sure that that energy that you were in to conjure up and cultivate the new was sustainable. Yeah, primal fear. Now we're moving into the Starseed cards. As you can see, you've got a lot. Beautiful though, because I definitely feel like the star beings are trying to communicate with you. They have been communicating with you. It's like you notice them. I see 7-7 on my camera. You notice them, 11-11 now. That's crazy. You notice them. You see them in the sky. You're like, oh, that's cute. I feel you. I see you there. But they're like, listen to me. Listen to me. Your ear could be ringing a lot. You could be like feeling. Your dreams could be very vivid. I'm also getting like people visiting you in your dreams is actually people from other galaxies or gateways. They're trying to help you, and it's like telepathic communication. They want to harness in and hone in the telepathic communication. I'm just getting really hot now. Primal fear, protectiveness, confusion, embracing family. You know what's interesting? Force of attraction, saving humanity. I feel like you're here from another place to break people free of their primal fear, of their ancestral patterns, conditionings, behaviors, especially when it comes to money. That's probably why money has been the main focus. And tuning back into the unconditional love, the source love, and realizing that money and unconditional love go hand in hand. It's that open heart, expansive energy. It's cutting out the fear. It's like I feel like you reached a point that someone in your lineage in the same expression as you, so it's like if you express yourself as feminine, the feminine in your lineage hit a major turning point in their life at the age that you are that is evoking a lot of this fear. It's like written, I can see like written in the stars, but more like written in the chart, written in the genetic coding. It's like changing the coding, the genetic coding, the DNA structure. It's literally about not feeling safe, not feeling supported, being stuck, and literally like it being a major negative turning point in their life that they couldn't see out. So you're meant to see out of this deep fear that they felt, this loneliness, and like remember your connection to source and how that, and I see my angel, or the angel, gold angel in the corner. Remember that, because I feel like you're trying to protect yourself from the worst case scenario, and in turn I felt like you noticed that was starting to create the worst case scenario, and so you changed. So I'm hearing like job well done. You did change that. Saving humanity. I do feel like this is actually part of your mission, in the sense that you're literally, it's like being thrown into the storm, being thrown into the hurricane or the tornado, and coming out well. And it's like, how did you rebuild yourself from coming out of the tornado? That's what you're meant to help people with, especially when it comes to heart. The heart, matters of the heart, love, unconditional love, loving yourself, loving other people, allowing other people to love you, letting go of fear, turning back into love. Something about that. releasing fear, turning back into love. Yeah, Lyria, you could be like from the cat people, you know, Lyra. Andromeda, Zeta Reticuli, Orion, light, and then reptilian. So it's like you're shining light on the dark, but the way that you shine light on the dark is through transmuting the dark through unconditional love and through negating and dispelling of fear and coming back into love, peace, harmony. Saving humanity, Sirius, could also be from Sirius. Again, I feel like you're 43. 43 could also be a significant number for you. 16, 28, 4, 80, 106 of 7, and 43 adds up to 7. Leap of faith, energy transmission, open contact. Do you see how much prettier the colors of these cards are now than the others? If it would focus. Like the other cards are like gray, yellow, orange, green. I mean, they're still pretty shades, but you know, just the vibration behind them is like, what is happening right now? So, I just feel like you can break the force of attraction. I also feel like you're gonna help people break their molds, break what they were fit into and create a new mold for themselves and see that it really does happen. I'm like feeling tight. And see that you truly can become what it is that you wish to be. Leap of faith, energy transmission, open contact. Arcturus, ooh. Orion again, Pleiades. Zeta Reticuli, desperation, unconditional love. Again, what was I saying? Dropping the desperation, the fear, and turning back into unconditional love and that being the answer. Seems so much... It's like, oh, okay, yeah, of course. But no, there's something real about that. And you're going to show people the truth. And if they're willing to listen, they're willing to listen. There's going to be much more people who are willing to listen to you and are open and accepting of what you have to say than you realize. 33 as well. Ascended masters are very much with you. And I definitely feel like some of these ascended masters have come from the same places you've come from. And that's why it's like, even if you didn't physically know you have so many guides. And it's like, if you didn't physically know them in this life or even other lifetimes, you've been with them in other lifetimes and other places, etc. Like the ascended masters that come to you are coming to you for a reason. It's because your soul recognizes their soul and vice versa. There's messages that they're trying to show you. Enlightenment, renewed hope, seeing the one, earth, and Zeta Reticuli. Again, I feel like it's seeing source, seeing God, seeing that the source is all providing, all nourishing. It loves you. We're turning back into that love, miracle of prayer, having your prayers answered and showing people it's real. They're answered when you believe they will be answered. Self-sacrifice, self-discipline, secrecy, guilt, generosity, pulse of life. It's interesting. I feel like you came 44 too, archangels, very self-sacrificial in the sense that you had to learn to... It's like you had to learn to sacrifice what you wanted or who you were to gain love, adoration, respect, admiration, either 1717, from your parents, from schoolmates. There's something about letting go of self-sacrificing. Like you don't have to overgive to receive what it is you want. You can just be like, it can be an equal. You can even receive first without giving first. There's something about... I feel like I can see Ganesh in my head now too. They want to just give to you. I feel like you have to know that you don't have to give first to receive. You can just receive. Secrecy, guilt, generosity. I also feel like if there's anything that you held secret in the past or lied about, or there's a lot of like old guilt that I feel like didn't actually get balanced or let go of or didn't see itself out. So I feel like pulse of life could even be with children, or it could have been with someone that you, like a sibling. There could have been like some sort of serious Pleiades Lyra again. So like someone that you feel connected to. Let go of any guilt of secrecy. You kept secrets for a reason, especially if you were guided to, and like for some reason you couldn't share what secret it was, like it wasn't your secret to share. Let go of the weight that it may hold because it's part of a divine plan that you can't fully see right now. So there's a reason why this is happening. The Lovers, King of Swords. Okay, let's see. Let's pull some tarot first because again, this is all about tuning back into unconditional love, to let go of the intensity, writing out, praying. I also feel like treat Jesus, treat Mother Mary, treat Mary Magdalene, treat Ganesh, like they are your friends. Like you are our friends. Like you are family, and it's like how do you feel towards family? Six of Wands, Page of Cups. They want to give you something that will be emotionally fulfilling, but also your mission's big. Six of Wands should not be taken lightly. Again, create a family dynamic with these beings, even if you don't believe in beings, these energetic expressions, what they represent. So you can channel in the energies. It's like if you want strength, you're going to go to the gym more and strength train. It's the same thing. It's the same thing, just magical. It's fun. The World, the Fool. See, the Moon, the Sun, Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, it's time for you to have all the abundance and more. That's what I'm hearing. Abundance and more, all the abundance and more. Also, enjoy the mysteries of life and know that just because things are mysteries to you doesn't mean that they're bad. They can actually be a lot of fun and it's very exciting. So like that could be the miracle of praying, of leaping, of taking leaps of faith and moving forward in that energy. So, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed your message, and if you'd like a personal reading or if you'd like to know more, check out the description and I will be happy to speak to you. Have a great day. Hi Pile 2, welcome to your reading. We're gonna find out what message is in store for you today. If you picked Labradorite, this is your message. What am I getting? What am I picking? I'm seeing a phone, like a literal phone. So getting the call, feeling the call. This is like more symbolic though than it is like, I mean, someone could literally call you, but it's more of like a, hello, are you gonna answer the call? Or are you gonna procrastinate? Something like that. Saint Anne, I release ego, arrogance, and vanity. I am calm, I am at peace. My spirit guides and angels send me messages all the time. Okay, going back to the phone. Guidance from my higher self lights my path. I trust my intuition and my internal guidance system. Azurite, are you connected with the all-knowing and all-seeing part of yourself? Allow for the unimpeded flow of the information, knowledge, and wisdom that is within you. Seek out calming experiences such as meditation and visualization. Take notice of the signs and symbols around you and contemplate their meaning. Again, the call, like, are you gonna answer it and acknowledge it, or is it gonna like still be dormant? There's some, it's like, it's interesting because with the ego and vanity, it's more of like a protection mechanism rather than like, I'm the best that there is, which I feel like you should have that, not like that, but like just acknowledge your amazingness, because everybody is amazing and everyone has that amazingness within them and they have gifts that are meant to be shared and all of that. I genuinely wholeheartedly believe that. So it's like letting go of the fear of being seen, of even, I literally just covered my throat chakra, letting go of the, and now I'm covering my solar plexus, letting go of the fear of being seen, heard, acknowledged, and listened to and respected, because you're going to be shocked at how many people need whatever message you're giving them. It's like if you're not answering the call from the universe, nobody's going to answer your call either. Melchizedek, I am an amazing being of light. I claim my purpose as a light worker. It is easy for me to see things from a higher perspective. I confidently embrace the role of being a wise person. Magnesite, this is an interesting crystal. I'm like, hello, looks like a head of cauliflower, no big deal. Are you able to integrate heaven and earth into your current life experience? Are you grounded and aware of your divine connection? Now is the time to absorb the blessing of being human while still embracing your union with the divine. You are a child of the universe and are aligned with the spiritual realm. Melchizedek is higher learning. 2, 3, 4 on the clock. It's time to go. Time to move. Melchizedek is wise. Mahakala. I live in the present moment where I am safe. I use past lessons to empower me today. Okay, I feel like you've been through a lot and you've overcome a lot, and I feel like you are more in the recovery phase, or you were in the recovery. It's like, I feel like the recovery phase can be over now. Like that's what they're saying. You can now stand out. It's not going to be the same as it was. All the pain that you went through, all the bullying, all the intense experiences with other people, other beings, feeling like you need to hide to protect yourself is over. You went through that, one, to overcome it, to be able to be the voice for other people who have been through the same thing, who are traumatized from it and they couldn't handle it. You are like the inspiration for people who couldn't handle the mean people. People aren't mean unless they see something in you that they feel threatened by, that they wish could be, that they could have, that they feel like they cannot attain. People weren't nice to you or bullied you because they saw your worth and they saw your power and they saw you so confidently express who you were and be in your own flow. And at first it didn't get you. You still were who you were, but then as time went on, that pain of it, that magnitude of it, I feel like it made you shut down or cocoon within on top of every other thing that you'd been through outside of that. So it's like the recovery phase that you've been through for the last 6-7 years, maybe even since 2016, something happened to where like you retreated. 2018, I can see 2020, especially 2019. Like there are things that happened where it's like you still had that strength and that fire and that push. And now it's like you gotta call it all back to you. And even calling your future self, who's now mastered it, helping so many people overcome bullying, overcome naysayers, it's not even overcome for them. It's more of like a remember who you are and be empowered and inspired by yourself and how you are resilient and you are diligent and you do not succumb to anything that anybody else does except for yourself. That is why you're an inspiration, and that is why you are powerful and important, and that is why you're gonna have, I can see fans are like, people have your back now. It's different. Instead of having to deal with it quietly, people who are rude or like a more like one-off experience, it's now like you have so many people supporting you and backing you, and they have your back. People have your back and they want to ride for you rather than take you down. You have riders now, like a whole entourage of people behind you because they're following your lead because you're helping them. It's like when the outcasts are all outcasted, but then they find each other on the outskirts. They come together and they're more powerful than the people who outcasted them in the first place. I see helpful visions. I trust my inner spiritual sight and act accordingly. Do you feel the need for protection? Are you carrying around toxic memories in your body, mind, and emotions? It is time to dissolve and annihilate negative energies in your consciousness. Release any harmful attachments to others and to your past. Garner wisdom from the transformative dissolution. Again, you're meant to shine. You wouldn't have been faced with something that so deeply made you shut down, shut out, and like have to tune within if you weren't meant to bust past that wall and break it down yourself and never stop. You went through this so you'd be so powerful that you would never stop doing what you're meant to do. That was the point. I'm sorry you had to go through that. Very intense. At the same time, your future self, I can feel, is like, no, thank God I went through that, because I would have given up. If you would have started your mission without all of that, you would have given up and you would have never gone for it. You know what I mean? Now you're going for it. Spiritual. You could even read cards. You could be a tarot reader yourself or read for your friends. And there's like you're very wise though. So it's like, take the lessons that you've had and use it to be a channel for people again. Like you don't have to make that your full-time job, but incorporate it in whatever you do. Moria, I have the ability to forge ahead with ease, great ease and emotional balance. I listen to divine guidance. All wisdom and knowledge are stored within my consciousness. I'm grateful for the knowledge that has traveled with me through many lifetimes. My path is revealed. Record keeper Quartz. Are you the keeper of records? Akashic records, I also feel like are big ones. You should learn how to read the Akashic records if you haven't yet. If you've been called to them or you've had readings from other people for the Akashic, you can access it yourself. I'm also seeing Thoth. So you have direct communication, direct access to Thoth, to the Akashic records is what I'm getting. Moria, infinite wisdom as well. You have all these beings that are wisdom keepers. Wisdom. Should not take that lightly. Are you aware of your greater purpose? You have a deep knowing of all that has been and all that has the potential to be. You have come to this moment to align your body, mind, and spirit to promote visionary awareness. Connect with this higher purpose. That call's ringing. You gotta answer it. No fear, no more, is what I'm hearing. Saint Germain, violet flame. You can even use a violet flame for yourself, transmute it, alchemize your life, alchemize that pain, turn it into strength. Alchemize that sorrow, turn it into optimism. There is a way to alchemize even this. My ring is literally ametrine. All I'm saying, Saint Germain, karma clearing. I use the experiences from the lessons I have learned to improve myself. I see with higher perspective thanks to the benefits of hindsight. Yep. I have a deep understanding of myself and the circles of life around me. Are you ready to transform your reality into one of joy, health, and prosperity? Allow the violet flame to elevate your consciousness and open to self-transformation. Strive for personal excellence to be the best you can be. Choose your words carefully to communicate your thoughts to others without fault or blame. Again, gratitude, attitude of gratitude for these people, for these places, for these things. I also feel like what an LOL moment for you to gain popularity, gain notoriety for being someone who is kind and encourages you to overcome the mean words that other people say, and for you to become popular because of that. What an LOL to the people who were rude to you. Again, they're rude because they could see you'd be something great. Sucks, but whatever. When you can realize that, it's like, oh, it wasn't because I was being rejected. It was because they felt rejected already, and that was their own projection, their own perception, their own negative underworld of thoughts that was being projected onto me, and it's not even real. Spiritual gifts, Archangel Raziel. Thank you, Raziel, for helping me channel my gifts and talents. Again, alchemization. You are very powerful. Old soul. I can even see like ancient China or like the Tao, Buddhism, Hinduism, but it's more than that. It's like old, it's like even before the Great Wall was built, you know what I mean? You're just a very wise soul. You've had these spiritual principles, these spiritual teachings. You've learned them in all languages. That's why you're able to channel so easily or provide wisdom or provide guidance, because you've been doing this for like as long as your soul has been alive. The miracle of nature. Thank you, angels, for helping me to reconnect through nature and fresh air. I also feel like when your thoughts start getting turbulent, I'm hearing ringing loud in my ear. When your thoughts start getting turbulent or a lot of things are kicking up, make sure you're grounding. If you don't have anywhere near you to ground, be sure you're grounding it. Even putting your feet in the sand for 5 minutes, going to the beach, going to water, going to just the earth, connecting to the earth. Even deeper than just meditation, like you've got to actually put your feet in the grass. Put your feet in the ground, even in the dirt. Excuse me. Spiritual abundance. Okay, I definitely feel like you are going to make a lot of money once you answer this call. If money has been more stagnant or you haven't been, it's because you're not doing what you know you're meant to be doing. And I think my eye's twitching now. What you're 11:11, huh? What you're meant to be doing scares you, but it doesn't scare you enough to stop you. Remember that. You can override the fear and be like, no, I'm doing it. F it. I'm literally doing it. Do it. Do it, because you're going to make so much money. You're not even in it for the money, and that's where you're going to make a lot of money. You're going to be supported. You're going to be protected. You're going to be able to live in the house you want to live in, your own apartment, your own home. You're going to be able to have, everything's just going to align because you're going to believe in yourself to a degree that you've never believed in yourself before in this lifetime. And it's like knowing what's meant for me will find me, and it always does, quicker than ever before. Your pathway is completely open. Like, that's an affirmation you should say. Thank you, angels, for blessing you with infinite abundance. Like, she's literally blowing coins onto you. Abundant Shia could be big. Yamaya, Inanna, I'm also feeling. The mermaid, just mermaid energy. You could be from mermaid. Honor your beauty. Archangel Jophiel, again, you are beautiful. Stop comparing yourself to other people. Everybody has space for beauty. You also have beauty. It's like when it's like I can see you start to feel how beautiful you are, and then you see somebody else and you're like, oh, but they're prettier. It's like, okay, that's also relativity. It's shining. They're shining. The person that you feel is prettier isn't comparing themselves to other people. And that's why they may appear prettier, because they're in their own. They honor who they are. They are strong with themselves, and that's inspirational. You should take that. No one is prettier than the other. It just is. There's space for everybody to radiate and exude and be their beautiful selves. It's like when you, I don't know why Magic Mike is coming through. I don't know why, but it's like we're not like, oh, that guy's the hottest one, so he's the only hot one. No, they're all attractive. They're all beautiful, handsome men. There's space for them all. You know what I mean? Same kind of vibe. Thank you, Joe. Also, comparison. Stop comparing yourself to others. Do not look at other people who are in the same field as you and compare yourself to them, because there's no comparison. That also limits your growth, stunts your growth. It's like if you see someone with 126,000 followers or subscribers and you're comparing yourself to them, what if you're meant for millions, but you're comparing yourself to this number, what they're at right now that you have yet to grow to? And it's like you're limiting yourself. 333 on the clock. You're limiting yourself. So stop doing that. Discover your inner and outer beauty. Loved one in heaven, spirit animal. Very protected, very guided, very nurtured. Thank you, loved ones in heaven, for drawing close at this time. Thank you, Animal Kingdom, for blessing my path of love. I also feel like you received this wisdom from your ancestors. You received this wisdom from passed on loved ones. A dog is very prevalent also. I see a hamster too for some odd reason. I don't know. It's like this dog and cat. There's two. There's a dog and a cat that you've had. Could have been at the same time, could have been at separate times, but they have been with you for life. And even a cat you could have right now. They have been with you for lifetimes and lifetimes and lifetimes. It's like this deep soul bond is just there. They tend to you differently than they tend to other people because you guys have this bond. And in your family, they may have the same kind of bond too, but you know what I mean? It's like when you look in the eyes and it's like that soul connection. It's like, I know you, I know where you've been, or I know you've been with me, that kind of thing. Unfinished business, serious. Now we're moving into Starseed energy, because you are a Starseed. If you clicked on this, you are a Starseed. What do the star beings want to tell you? Unfinished business, serious. You came back here, I feel, to clear out your own karma when it came to limiting yourself, remembering where you came from, because I feel like wherever you came from, a different galaxy, you like fully just embody and embrace who you are. You're this magnetic, beautiful, like this aura. It's indescribable how beautiful your soul is and how magnetic it is. And so in the 3D, I feel like you got to remember that to move through it, to move past it. And that includes honoring your commitments. Not letting self-doubt keep you from honoring commitments and put you in a mode of instability or indecision. It's being confident in yourself like that makes you confident in all areas of your life, you know? So it's like honing in, honoring that, mastering it. Unfinished business, spiritual technology. Oh, I also feel like you came back because the spiritual mission that you have, specifically your wisdom, the messages you're meant to share, keepers of the light I'm seeing, 555 on the clock. You, Vega, you're meant to break linear thinking, also change linear thinking, delusion of control, long-term goals. I feel like you're breaking the mold through your spiritual wisdom, coming back to share your messages from the divine, etc. To break people's perception of time and what it means, and reiterating that everything is existing all at once. You can feel your future self at the same moment that you can feel your past self in this present moment. Everything is accessed from the present moment. That probably goes back to the Akashic Records too, which is why I feel like there's an emphasis on opening the book, opening the book, opening the book, opening the book. I just keep hearing open the book. So there's a book you may have. No, it's like your own book. Open your own book. You could write your own book. Regardless, delusion of control. I feel like people are under the control and the guise of a timeline of their goals, long-term goals. Yeah, it's like if they don't meet their goals, they feel inadequate. Adequacy is a big one, but it's like, it's all relative. You've already met your goals somewhere else. So tune into that version of you that's already met their goals and communicate with them. How'd they get there? What'd they do? Show me the way. Use them to guide you. Your higher self, literally the version of you that's already been through it all. Atlantean era, survival fears. Okay, initiation and ceremony. Also random chills though. If you are afraid of like water coming in or water in general, bodies of water, I definitely feel like you come from the Atlantean era where it's like it feels like a parallel. For some reason, like current reality for you right now feels like a parallel to that reality in the sense that you may use crystals, you may use your intuition very strongly, you may start coming into yourself. I feel like it's important to know that you can have the good life and nothing is going to take that from you. The storm isn't going to come in, the flood isn't going to happen. That's what I'm feeling. It's like I'm afraid once I master it, I'm going to die and I won't be able to enjoy it or revel in it. You're going to be able to enjoy and revel in it in this life. You're going to. I feel like the past, that was like initiation, because it was like you couldn't change that. You couldn't change the outcome of the flood or of drowning or whatever, however you passed in past lives. But it was like you kept coming back no matter what, and that shows the strength and the intensity of your soul, and you should be very proud of yourself for that, and know that you garner a lot of wisdom through those insane, intense experiences. But you can also let them go so they do not come up again, and that could be also why you're in the retreat mode, because you're afraid that once you become who you know you're meant to be, all hell's going to break loose. But that, I do not feel it's going to happen. It's going to be more mental overcoming that past life trauma, rather than here it is, you know? Calling our parts home, progressive desires, conservative attachments, fusion and magic, sharing cultural ideas, missing the link. Okay. Calling our parts home. I feel like this just goes back to calling all parts of yourself back to you, all parts that you've given to other people, allowing naysayers or negative opinions to become truth in your mind, shifting and transmuting belief systems and seeing the truth of your soul again and allowing that to shine through. You can be an anomaly. You can be an anomaly. You're meant to show people how to desire new things, how to look at the world in a new way, how to be in alignment with their higher self. Let go of attachments to things that are painful, to things that aren't true. If there's like anxiety that comes up with these things or these memories, it's because they're, one, ready to let go, and two, you're holding on to a truth that served you at the time that no longer applies. But you're making it still apply today. So it will continue, but that's why the anxiety comes up, because you're meant to just literally like cut the cord. I can even feel my back, like cut it from your back. Sharing cultural ideas, missing link, earth. Pleiades. I feel like you also are meant to come back to teach kindness. How you can have everything that you want with the kindness of your heart. Breaking addictions, I feel like is a big one that you've learned too. Addiction to fear, addiction to physical things, addiction to substance, whatever it is. Breaking addictions to come back to balance and harmony. Let's pull some tarot. 2, 4, 3. And then High Priestess, yeah. You're a wise one. Saint Germain, Violet Flame, Thoth. The Egyptians are huge. Earth, Zeta Reticuli, transmuting fear. Ask the star beings, wherever you come from, to help you transform and transmute fear, and they will show you how to do it. They'll be inspired. 111, 211. They'll be inspired to write. Yeah, 5 of Wands, 7 of Wands. I feel like they're saying the more you feel like you have to defend yourself or fight a fight that's not meant to be fought, things are going to make you want to stay inside. 2 of Cups. The more you choose people who fight you and do not actually support you and who are not in alignment with your highest and best self, you gotta transmute. Also, the Lovers. You have to let go of lower level relationships. You've got to let go of people who are not on the timeline that you know you're meant to be on. You've got to let go of people who are poverty ridden, because they're going to keep you sucked down when you're meant to rise up. You're moving into a new timeline. Moving in. The angels have heard you. You've been heard. They're trying to show you, answer the call. Answer the phone. The Star, the Empress. This is who you are. So why do you keep messing with lames? All love, by the way. I get it. Like, I've been there. Again, relationship, breakups, painful endings. Do not let that keep you hidden anymore. This last one you just went through, you better make that rev your engine, and you better go off and do what you're meant to do. You're done with this cycle. You're done with this. You don't have to fight anymore. You don't have to defend yourself. Stop choosing people where you have to defend yourself. Let go of the bullies. Let go of the bullies. See your beauty. This is huge. Ask to be shown. Ask your future self who's overcome it, overdone it. Yeah, Page of Pentacles. Study what you need to study to move you out of this. Tune into your future self. Hierophant. Strengthen that connection, that spiritual connection. I promise you, your life is changing. I feel like also for some of you, it's something that's already been done. And this is more of a reiteration that you are moving in the correct path. And like you're getting the fruits of your labor. That abundance is yours because you listened and you followed the call and it was hard. It's not easy, but it's way easier than repeating the same thing over and over and over again. It's painful. It's not fun. It's not fun. So breaking it, honoring your beauty, seeing your beauty, you're going to shine so much more. You're going to be more beautiful than you ever thought possible. You're literally not even going to recognize yourself in the mirror, but you're going to love what you see. You're going to love your life, and you're going to feel much more confident in how you move throughout the world. And you're going to feel so much more supported too, and inspired and inspiring. I love you so much. I hope that resonated. I'll see you in the next reading. If you would like a personal reading with me to get more information, look in the description. Other than that, have a beautiful day. Hi, Pile 3. Welcome to your reading. We're going to go ahead and see what today's message is for you. If you chose the Rose Angel Aura Quartz, so pretty. I love Angel Aura Quartz. Just something about it. I think it's because I love angels so much. Anyway. Love. I definitely feel like love. I also see like new year, new me. Even doesn't matter when you're watching this. Like you could decide on a random Tuesday in February. You're like, today is my new year. And like, that's true. You know what I mean? Like it's like August 2nd. And you're like, you know what? Happy New Year. That's the vibe that I get from you. Like manifesting all new. It's like a new life. Anyway, let's see your cards. Saint Christopher. I am divinely inspired. I use the information that is delivered into my consciousness for the good of all. I take positive action using the wisdom of those who have walked this path before me. I'm a channel of love, light, and well-being. Channeling Quartz. Do you often feel inspired? Are you using your inner guidance to follow your own sacred path? You're an instrument and a channel of knowledge and wisdom. Use this wisdom as you travel forward in your daily life to create, write, and be or do anything you want. Your potential is unlimited. Also, for some of you, obviously isn't going to relate to everybody. Some of you I can feel like 343. Stop smoking or something like that. And it's clearing up your energy. I could see that the smoke was fogging your connection, fogging your receptivity, just fogging, clouding, covering, coating. Like there was just a lot going on. I almost started shuffling this. What? There's a lot going on. So job well done if you have let go of that. If not, definitely seek stopping, quitting, communicating with what it is, why you're doing that in the first place. Smoking in particular is grief. It's unprocessed grief. So figuring that out, and I feel like unprocessed, it's like, I can also see generosity, the word generosity, feeling worthy of receiving people's generosity and realizing that you yourself are generous, so it's okay to receive others' generosity. Saint Valentine, I am love. I love all that is, deeply and fully, source. I am grateful for romantic love in my life. I am blessed with great friends, companions, and colleagues. I willingly share my love in my life with others. I also feel like for some of you, a whole new world, like literally a whole new world. Oh, excuse me, confirmation. If there's friends that have left your life or like you, snakes in the grass have been exposed, you're moving, you're ushering in a new reality, a new being. More love in your life, like more people, even with smoking, that could have been like a hypothetical or symbolic to where it's like things that you were engaging with were not good for you and they were leading you to feel clouded or just like unable to see. It's like foggy. So letting go, anything, if you've desired to be clear and random people start leaving your life or things start being exposed or upheaval starts happening or you're being called to move, it's happening intentionally and on purpose for you to align with where you're going and where you're meant to be. Have you been shy about accepting overtures of friendship? Are you timid about starting a romantic relationship or rekindling an existing one? Make an effort to turn a reticent, attitude into a more outgoing outlook. Embrace your personal power and be willing to connect. Recognize your magnificence and enjoy fulfilling interactions with others. ruby and fuchsite. Something about opening your heart to love. A lot about heart opening, heart awakening, allowing in. Again, generosity. Isis. I love Isis. I accept life's impermanent nature and embrace the grieving process. I welcome, also if you've had a pet who's passed away recently, or a grandparent, like someone who's passed away recently, it could even have been in the last 7 months, even 3 years, that's recent. Know that they're with you and that their energy has never left you. In fact, it's been able to more integrate with you and be of better service to you now. You're never alone. That's the message I'm getting. You are never alone. I adapt to my changing environment. I learn much from the experience of change. I assist people who are challenged by changes. I also feel like you're learning how to more properly integrate changes and move with the flow of life and realize that the only thing permanent and consistent is change. And so once you realize like moving with the ebbs and flow of it, and yes, allowing yourself to grieve, of course, and you can feel two things at once, grief and hope. You can feel grief and know that something better is coming, that you wouldn't be left to dry. It's when you get stuck in the grief and forget that there's something to look forward to, even if you can't see it. If there's something to look forward to, and if you can't see exactly what it is, it's even better because it means it's a surprise and a miracle from the universe. It's something you should really be looking forward to. It's something very exciting, and the way that it's given to you is not traditional. So keep in mind, the way that you receive something is not traditional. I assist people who are challenged by changes. Again, I feel like this is why you're learning how to move through the cycles and the rhythms of change, because you're going to help so many people feel inspired to also move through the change and encouraged and know that it's a matter of time. A matter of time. Time being energy exerted. Isis Quartz, are you trying to make changes in your life? Are you willing to change the way you look at things? Open your mind to the unlimited possibilities of both the seen and the unseen. Use your intuitive skills to expand your potential realities. You are a visionary. I also feel like, again, if you've desired change in any way or like wanting a new life, and you could have even wished for things, I can see even January 2021. Things that you wished for long ago, I can see are coming to fruition within this year. Again, like a new year, new me, and deciding a certain day is a new year, because it's like, I feel like you decide, like how I was saying a random Tuesday in February, it's because that's when major changes happen, where it feels like you're in a new year, in a new cycle, in a new book. St. Jude, I'm grateful for my life's experiences. I learned from the past and realized there's always help and hope. I see also, what's meant for you would never leave you. So if something leaves, it wasn't meant for you. You're meant for more. And just because you can't see the more yet, or you haven't experienced the more yet, doesn't mean that it's not coming. It is. And it's something to look forward to and to continue. How you'll get it faster is by pretending it's already here. Playing pretend. It's not pretend though, because it's real. I learned from the past and realized there's always help and hope. I see my path and I'm focused on where I need to go. My mind is clear and I stay focused on my priorities. Are you able to find order within creative chaos? Are you going in too many directions and feeling energetically depleted? Take the time you need to rest, regroup, and rejuvenate. Look deeply for the clarity in the confusion. Recognize that less than positive experiences provide tools for developing an emotionally mature backbone. This is what you're going to help other people with. Even younger siblings, I feel, for some of you, nieces, nephews, cousins, helping them understand. 5th grade, I'm seeing 5th grade for some reason. I don't know. Something may have happened to you in 5th grade that like kick-started this. Like this is like a, could have Scorpio energy, 8th house energy, 12th house energy, Pisces. But Pisces, not so much Pisces, but just 12th house. Deeply like realizing the underworld isn't underworldish unless you project that. The underworld can like show you how to get to the light. For you specifically. Yogananda, I nourish my soul, my mind, and my body. I am flexible and integrate yoga into my daily life. If you've been feeling like getting back into yoga, Pilates, that sacred, sensual, sacred practice, listen to it, follow it, because I feel like you receive messages and you receive wisdom from moving your body, especially in a zone like yoga, like candlelit yoga, I can see. where it's like you just receive messages and impressions. You release emotional stored like you release a lot. So get back into yoga. Get back into yoga, especially candlelit or sunrise yoga. I can feel like my sacral and my root chakra reaching more stability. So that's what the intention is. Have you been seeking balance in your life? Are you finding inner peace for your body, your mind, and soul? Take the time to meditate and focus on the center of your consciousness, open to the realization that there is an underlying unity in all spiritual philosophies. Serapis Bey, ooh, Egyptian vibes. I love Serapis Bey. I think because in that one deck, Keepers of the Light, his picture is handsome. So I feel like that's like the neuronal association I have with him. Also, he always would pop up for me in the beginning of my awakening, like when I really awakened to my gifts. He was literally everywhere, every day. I am full of vigor. I am authentic and loyal. I confidently reveal my true colors. I am full of life-enhancing joy and goodness. My life is dynamic and full of vibrant energy. Being all that I can be feels fabulous. I feel like it's just like this is how you're gonna like move out of the old and into the new, you know, that in-between transition phase. Are you in touch with your magnificence? I can also see a flamingo in my head for some reason. Have you been living in your life in full splendor? Find ways to bring more joy into your life. Become aware of the source of emotional challenges or perceived blocks so you can release them. Get in touch with your inner radiance and shine your light brightly. Saint Nicholas. Merry Christmas. I create miracles in my life. Many people with abundant funds need the goods and services I offer. Yeah, you can call, if you're requiring more money, call in people who are wealthy and are willing to spend that amount, not even willing, know they need to spend it. Like money isn't a thing to them. They're just like, I want that, I see it, I will like it, I want it, I got it. Like that vibe. You know how many people there are in this world that are like that? Way more than you think. So align with them. And if you have a gift or a career or a product or a service that is a higher ticket item, do not change your prices. Do not change your prices. There are people who will pay it if you believe it's so. I feel like you've had doubt around it, and it's like you could literally make this product $4, but because you have this belief that it's unattainable or a niche or for only specific people, it still wouldn't sell even if it was $4.04. It's how you're projecting that product into being. If you know it will bless people's lives, if you know it's different, if it's unique, call in the people who are looking for it to find it. There are people who are looking for what you have to offer who like cannot find it because you have a block to it. So literally pretend you're just taking the block, throwing it, putting it in the recycle. We don't care where the block goes as long as it's gone. And allowing in the people who will buy to buy. Even if you are a coach or have courses or have retreats, for example, people will spend more than your even ticket is. So remember that. People will spend more than your ticket is. I am open to abundance and recognize value in work, great and small. Are you ready to create miracles in a new reality? Do you know that you can easily create a wonderful shift in your life? Get ready because your dreams are about to become reality. Do not stop short. Keep moving forward and trust the process. You are a miracle worker. Period. Trustworthy friends. Thank you, angels, for surrounding me with people I can trust and love. Oh, I'm also getting if you've had friends that have like come in and out or left, or you haven't been spending as much time. It's like no matter what you try to do, you guys just don't align or you guys can't hang out. It's because their energy, I feel like, was like your love and care for them and wanting the best for them more than they want the best for themselves was kind of energetically infiltrating and keeping you small out of care and love for them when you're meant to shine, and you can't take everybody with you unless they are willing to do the work as well. It's like if you're trying to give a toddler a water cup because they're thirsty and they keep crying for water, realizing you're giving them the water. My cat is walking by. You're giving them the water, but if they're not going to drink it and they're going to keep acting a victim to their circumstance, even though they have the solution right in front of them, there's nothing you can do. Honor your feelings. Archangel Haniel. Thank you, Haniel, for supporting me as I honor my emotions. Very intuitive as well. I feel like my cat's tail. Come here. She keeps looking up at the camera. Come here, little kitty. That's cute. She came for this one. This reading. She doesn't come for any of the other piles. No, you actually can't eat that. Thanks though. Cats are savage when it comes to food. Like dogs will beg, but cats will just act like it's theirs. Okay, hi. Also, again, I feel like you can be in the ebb and flow of life. It's like you can grieve and mourn what's lost and again have hope for the future and give yourself the space to tune in and honor whatever comes up whenever it does. The miracle of forgiveness, also a friend. Like friendship is huge right now. Even someone, you could even have in family that you viewed as your best friend, like someone, just best friendship that went in a different direction than you expected or anticipated. And the miracle of forgiveness. Thank you, Jeremiel, for helping me understand the process of forgiveness. It's like soul contract, I feel it's being played out. Lessons to be learned on both ends. It's like they had to learn the ramifications of their actions from being, they're not the victim. It's like if they always played the victim, they have to learn through you two that they're not always the victim. She's tripping out over the flame because once she walked over a candle and her tail lit on fire. That was a scary day. Anyway, peace and harmony, Archangel Raguel. You can call on Archangel Raguel for peace and harmony in relationships, especially Archangel Shamuel too. It's funny you got Archangel Haniel because the Haniel candle's lit. Thank you, Raguel, for surrounding my life in a harmonious light. Again, like that has gone, wouldn't leave if it wasn't meant to. I'm like, what are you looking at? She always like, we'll be petting her, my mom and I or something. And she'll just look behind us or just like start following something. She's like such an intuitive cat. Signs from heaven. Thank you, heaven, for sending me reminders of your presence. Again, I feel more animals too. Like there's animals, animal hair you find. Like if there's animal hair on you, but it doesn't look like the animal hair of the animals you have, it's a message for you. Feathers, random feathers you see. Bees also, I can see bees like flying into you, flying into your car, or like into the window, even into your house. Bee, hey, you can't eat that. Like savage. Change and transition, Archangel Azrael. Thank you, Azrael, for leading me safely through this change. Yeah, you can call Archangel Azrael to make the change much more smooth, harmonious. All these angels that I'm saying definitely are going to help the transitionary phase of this experience. Clear your vibes, Archangel Metatron. I also feel like protect yourself, shield yourself, surround yourself with the white light of divine love, the blue ray of protection from these people's thoughts, because I feel like you guys are energetically connected telepathically as well, plus 95% of communication is subconscious. So any feelings or thoughts that they're having, especially if they're still playing the victim, keep holding your strength and your sovereignty. Your life is getting better because they're gone. Remember that. And whoever's life gets better when whoever's life gets better when a separation happens, usually is a clear indication of the winner. Again, clear your vibes. Thank you, Metatron, for clearing my energy field. And Archangel Orion, manifesting miracles. Thank you for manifesting miracles again. Thank you for manifesting your miracles in my world. New consciousness on the bottom, okay. Saint Nicole. Miracles. Miracles are endless. Miracles are endless. Miracles happen. That one song from Princess Diaries. Okay, let's see. Now we're moving into the Starseed cards, because if you clicked on this video, you are a Starseed. And we're going to see what the star beings have to tell you, what the purpose is. Because again, it's like the message you have right now is new friends. New friends, who's this? Keep repeating. A new circle. It's like if you want to be a millionaire, surround yourself with millionaires. If you want to be broke, keep surrounding yourself with broke people. It's not even out of judgment. And I know it sounds like kind of rude and really rude when I say it. I don't mean it like that. It's just like it is what it is. People get to millionaire status because they vibrate at that level. And they help their family who's less fortunate for sure, but they also want to give them the tools to be able to grow it themselves, and they can choose, just like you chose. You chose whether to be rich or not. And if they're not choosing to do all the work, the same kind of work that you've put in, that's not your fault. You also don't need to keep them in your life out of guilt, out of fear, out of whatever, or out of, again, guilt. New consciousness, pioneering spirit, Earth, Lyria. Devotion to service, true compassion. Again, you're just a very compassionate soul and being, so you're gonna want to keep these people in your life because you love them, you care for them. You see, also, you're very, very wise in the sense that you see the truth in all situations, and you know that like nothing happens to you, everything happens for you. And these people are acting in the way that they are because of conditioning, because of patternings. When it gets to the point where these conditions and patterns are affecting you though, you can choose differently. You can choose to continue to up level, you know? True compassion, returning the favor. Solar consciousness. You know what's interesting? I feel like the reason why you're also so okay with this specific dynamic playing out with this person, this family member, whoever it is, feels like family to you, is because you're also learning acceptance of them. Like, it's a role reversal. It's like in the past life, you may have been the one that kept them back or whatever it was. And in this life, you are the opposite. But you're going to help break this contract if you break it now, which means continue to go in your own path and continue to rise and up level and have that, I can hear like stardom, that wealth, that opulence that you feel called to go in. If you do not, if you stay back for these people, it's going to happen all over again. That does not need to happen. It doesn't even feel like a potential because you're not doing that. Later on down the line, once you've reached the level that the goals, you're like very driven right now. You're very ambitious. So once you reach that and they come back around and they're willing to grow and evolve, whatever, you don't need to hold their hand through it though. They're a big girl or a big whatever it is, however they identify. They're an adult, or they will be at that point. So power of sound, being the mentors, courageousness, dream time and awakening, seeking karmic balance. Again, this is a karmic cycle that's coming to close. I feel like being the mentor, 772, luck, something lucky is going to happen. Spirituality, your connection is going to deepen. It's like you're going to be able to receive more miracles and more opportunities the more you continue to honor yourself and courageousness. Power of sound, you could be big into sound healing. Binaural beats could be big for you right now. Clearing out, like using sound frequencies or sound healing to move energies and continue to raise your vibration. Sound bowls could be big for you right now too. Dream time and awakening. Karmic balance, homesickness, cosmic midwifery, assistance without interference. I definitely feel like you, 2-2, angels. I feel like, wow, you have 11, 2-2, and 7-7. I feel like you came back to Earth to clear out any karmic ties that you had because I feel like you're ready to evolve to a higher level. And it's kind of like if you go all through high school, you get to senior year and it's like, oh, biology from sophomore year, you didn't finish that, you got to revisit it. That's kind of like what I feel like is going down for you right now. And I feel like you miss when things were just like all good, all gravy, and they're gonna get there again. They are, because you're moving through this. Oh my God, still. She knocked something off the table. Love that for her. Cosmic midwifery, I definitely feel like you are the bridge for people between their spiritual and their physical realm. So continue on that path, continue on that journey, and you're going to be able to do that through all the lessons that you've learned through the people in your life throughout your entire life, and how you identify that experience with them to yourself and helping other people. Assistance without interference, serious. So it's like, continue just to see the brightness, the bright future. Continue to see the brightness and it'll clear out the dark. Calling on the light and inspiration, whatever you're inspired by, calling on that to bring you to where you're meant to be. Again, you're pioneering in a new level of consciousness, and that new level of consciousness is experienced and brought in by going through what you've never gone through before and making new choices. So making new choices is big for you. Not choosing the easy way out every time, because that reaps great results and great rewards for you. The Magician, literally manifesting. You know what's funny is I feel like any heartbreak is the catalyst and the pinnacle for your desire to manifest a new reality. It's like through the heartbreak, you connect back with the truth of your soul. You connect back to source. You connect back to your mission. You connect back to where you're meant to be. You leave your comfort zone when you're heartbroken. And that's why I feel like you're going through a certain grieving period, because it's like reminding you of what you're meant to do. If you went back to the old, you know, it's like, not so fast. You still have a plan. You're still meant to bring something into balance and harmony, the world. You're meant to change your own world, which will in turn change the world of many. All right, pile 3, that was all I have for you today. If you'd like a personal reading, go ahead and look in the description to see how to do so. I love you so much. I'll see you in my next reading. I hope you have the best day.